Hey everyone, I'm Dylan Bassett, Senior Research Specialist at Chartis Research. I'm joined by Justin Shearer, VP of Solutions at PCI Energy Solutions. PCI Energy recently ranked ninth in the Energy 50 by Chartis and received 3 category recognition awards concentrating on generation operations analytics and control, transmission operation analytics and control, and power system transaction cost analytics. And that's all actually in that award. Congratulations to you, Justin, and the team on an impressive performance. Briefly, could you share with our audience a bit about PCI Energy and the kinds of solutions you're providing to support ETRM practitioners?
Yeah, thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that introduction, and thank you to Chartis for the recognition today. PCI is a software company. We were founded in 1992, focused on electricity generation management software. We've organically grown our product year over year, focusing on our customers and their success, and we have incrementally built out an exceptionally broad platform. We do all energy management and specifically electricity management workflows between an EMS and a general ledger. In addition to electricity management workflows, we also support fuel management workflows for the purpose of electricity generation, be they fossils or even water for water management on hydro facilities or even water deliveries for our utility customers that are both power and water utilities.
Well, that's a very complete array of capabilities for practitioners targeting that kind of core power systems use case. We awarded PCI with awards in generation operations analytics and control, transmission operations analytics and control, and power system transaction cost analytics. Besides that, those awards providing a significant chunk of audio text for our listeners, could you talk about sort of how PCI is addressing those core use cases and also what sort of differentiates PCI solutions in the market?
Absolutely. So we'll start off with generation operations and analytics. This is actually PCI's flagship product. We call it GenTrader. This is our in-house co-optimization solution. So we can do co-optimizations of energy and ancillary services against a load-based target or even market prices from everywhere from next hour all the way out to 30 years in the future. So we see a lot of value from our customers in operational planning, week ahead, balance of month, and even balance of day, managing their portfolios inside or outside of organized markets. Moving on to transmission operations, analytics, and control. In 2014, PCI rolled out our transmission scheduling and operations products as PCI expanded our footprint in the Western EIM to also serve balancing authorities. So for utilities external to organized markets where the balancing authorities are still intact, those reliability workflows are mission critical. In very real terms, that's what keeps the lights on. So in 2014, PCI partnered with a number of Desert Southwest utilities to build out our transmission and reliability offerings. And today we offer a full transmission suite of products from outage management, transmission scheduling, transmission operations, all the way down to transmission settlements, where we fully settle all the terms of the oats for each of our balancing authorities as well. Then lastly, for transaction costing analytics, PCI, again, using our co-optimization tool and some of our proprietary processes, we can execute a robust transaction stacking. It's often difficult for utilities to really sort through what generator served this trade or what generator was bought down with a purchase from the bilateral market. That's where our stacking algorithm comes into place. And generally speaking, the cheapest generation is assigned to native load, and then the more expensive generation is assigned to off-system sales or being bought down by off-system purchases. That same transaction stacking algorithm and expertise allowed PCI to be the first true shadow settlements provider in the Western energy imbalance service marketplace. And our first customer in August of 2022 identified more than a $1 million mistake in the marketplace, really on day one of using our product in production. We pretty much immediately found a settlements bug in how they were stacking their transactions. And that's really why we're here, is to drive our customer success. On the front end, it's really about analytics and operations. And on the back end of settlements, it's validation and confirmation that your bills are accurate and fair.
Thank you for that very insightful response. I think on Chartis looks at risk across a number of attributes. Energy is one aspect, buy side and capital markets is another, and banking is a third, and insurance is a fourth. But across those two spaces, Chartis, or all of those spaces, Chartis often is seeing a lot of the providers of, let's say, data management, operational technology in areas like settlements, married to these analytics aspects. Could you speak a bit about sort of the emerging challenges facing sort of a provider, the practitioners in the markets that PCI is serving around sort of analytics and operational technology, and how these intersect?
Yeah, absolutely, Dylan. So PCI, we regularly partner with our customers really across the whole spectrum of independent power producers, investor-owned utilities, state and federal agencies, munis, really anyone in the electricity generation space. And across all of those, we're seeing two really major mega trends. Number one, the energy transition. Decarbonizing our energy system of itself presents a risk. How do we keep the lights on while we reduce the carbon intensity of our energy mix? We're seeing more and smaller resources. We're seeing more demand side participation, and all of these new instruments and positions really need their own risk metrics and validations. And it really emphasizes the importance of fundamentals. If you get away from the fundamentals of mark to market, counterparty credit, in this new world where weather variability drives a lot of price volatility, or we're seeing a decoupling of the traditional heat rate to price forecasting marriage because of high levels of renewable penetration. If you're caught on the wrong side of a trade, it can go south really fast, because a lot of those same alt truisms that have held true for 50 or 100 years in the industry, we're beginning to break those, and we're seeing those results. Just take a look at prices in the shoulder months during solar hours. They've completely evaporated and often are negative. You get caught on the wrong side of that trade and you can really get in trouble fast. So fundamental credit and risk management, we're seeing a big renewed focus on that. The second mega trend that we're really seeing is a workforce transition. We're beginning to see the end of the baby boomer era. More and more of those are retiring, and more leaders in our customers are coming from Generation X or even millennials, and they just have a heightened expectation for technology in their workflows, their user experience overall. So those are the two things we're really focused on, is making sure we still maintain sound fundamentals and electricity generation management under a new paradigm of decarbonizing our energy system. And then two, really focusing on that user experience and ensuring that we're meeting those heightened expectations of the next generation of leaders and users that we're seeing each day.
Well, it sounds as though PCI and others have a formidable challenge ahead of them to both increase the capacity of analytics to address these emerging use cases, while also providing the seamless user interface that millennials and other younger generations know and love. But we, best of luck to PCI and the team. Looking forward to speaking to you again soon, and your participation in next year's ranking.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dylan, and a special thank you to all PCI customers. Simply put, we wouldn't be here without you. It's your success that drives our success. So thank you all.
Yeah, congratulations again, and thank you.